Well, howdy there, Internet people. It's Belle again. So today, we're going to talk about takeaways from avoiding the Trump shutdown. One of the most routine and basic tasks of the U.S. Congress is funding. Trump and his billionaire buddies publicly dove into the process, hoping to stand in front of the mirror and flex their political muscles for everyone to see. They might not be happy with the reflection. After an extended period of uncertainty, chaos, and flaming dumpster diving, the Republican-led House was finally able to get a continuing resolution passed. They needed the Democratic Party to do it. Just to recap, Johnson had a continuing resolution that didn't give Republicans everything they wanted, but it didn't give Democrats everything they wanted. And remember, it isn't supposed to give anybody what they wanted because it isn't actually a budget. It's embarrassing that the Republican Party couldn't actually work out a real budget and was relying on continuing resolutions. Johnson's first plan could have sailed through with gripes from the fiscal conservatives. Then, Trump and team dove into it and started making demands. He said that the plan wasn't good because, quote, all it will do after January 20th is bring the mess of the debt limit into the Trump administration, rather than allowing it to take place in the Biden administration. Any Republican that would be so stupid as to do this should and will be primaried. The second plan was put forward. It was a cut-down resolution with the debt limit suspension. Trump publicly supported it, throwing his weight behind it, and Republicans rejected it. It failed to move forward after 38 Republicans voted no, a very public defeat of Trump by congressional Republicans. Then, last night, the House pushed through a continuing resolution with the Democratic Party's help. More than 30 Republicans voted against that version, too. Trump didn't get his debt limit hike. All it did, quote, is bring the mess of the debt limit into the Trump administration, rather than allowing it to take place in the Biden administration. Any Republican that would be so stupid as to do this should and will be primaried. But he can't and won't do that. Following through on this would require setting up primary challenges to almost the entire Republican Party in the House. Trump gave an order that wasn't obeyed in a very public way and burned through his big threat before he even took office, while failing to obtain what he wanted. Then there's the issue of why he wanted it. Republican voters are still not over him acknowledging that his tariffs might raise prices, and that he can't necessarily bring down grocery prices. Now, with the request to remove the debt ceiling, it seems pretty clear he's not really planning on reducing the national debt either. So, the key takeaways are that he doesn't have control of the House. That gets added to him not having control of the Senate, as demonstrated through the confirmation fiascos. He's given an order that wasn't followed in a very public way, making it easier for Republicans to reject his positions in the future. He's used his primary threat and leverage against almost all of the House already, making it less effective in the future. He didn't get what he wanted. He telegraphed to the country that he's not actually going to reduce the debt, which means he's probably not going to reduce spending or inflation or grocery prices. He did all of this while handing Democrats the ability to say things like, quote, the House Democrats have successfully stopped extreme MAGA Republicans from shutting down the government, crashing the economy, and hurting working-class Americans all across the nation. That's Hakeem Jeffries. This wasn't normal Trumpian chaos. It was supposed to be a show. It didn't go as intended. Anyway, it's just a thought. Y'all have a good day.